First Contact is a delicate, high-stakes operation of diplomacy. One must be ready for anything when humanity is interacting with an alien race for the first time. But we don't do that. Our specialty is Second Contact. Still pretty important. We get all the paperwork signed, make sure we're spelling the name of the planet right, get to know all the good places to eat.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Red, and I'm gonna review Star Trek Lower Decks Season 1 and 2. Now, for you guys that don't know, I actually never got into Star Trek until probably, when I was a kid, I watched a little bit of Star Trek Voyager and then Star Trek Enterprise when it was on TV. But not till recently when I watched the new Star Trek films where I'm really starting to get into Star Trek, right? So when I saw previews for this and trailers for this, especially for Season 2, by the way, I'm like, this looks like an interesting show, but I don't have Paramount Plus, but since I wanted to watch Halo, might as well watch this, right? So I watched all Lower Decks, and let me tell you, pretty decent show. I mean, there's no main story to go along with this, like no, big payoff or anything. This is just a show about the Lower Decks, officers, the people that just chill below decks, that they don't really go to the bridge or anything, the ones that keep the ship running and stuff like that. And it's an interesting show unto itself. I thought it was gonna be just a crazy out of control show, but no, it's actually rated around some episodes are TV PG and some are TV 14 depending on what's going on in the episode. So it's pretty interesting, and I thought I was gonna like it, but no, this show kind of grows on you. If anything, this show is really about showing both aspects. And not only do we see the Lower Decks people, but we also see the the higher ups, the bridge officers, and their struggles. And it's just an interesting show. The chemistry with all these characters grows on you. From season 1 to them, meeting someone new that just entered a ship, to finding out dark secrets behind everyone, to season 2 later on, cementing these relationships. And also, one thing I do like, usually things happen in shows like these where characters get introduced and they're gone for the rest of the series, or we never even hear them. This show, even though it focuses on a good 8 main characters, we get to see a lot of supporting cast come back. And by the way, season 2 ended, maybe incorporate more cast into the main cast. Who knows? Just saying, right? So yeah, and just like the other Star Trek shows that I've seen, they just episode where they go and explore some place. This is Second Contact, it's not First Contact, so these planets already been discovered. We've seen all these alien species before in Star Trek, the old show. We get to see Vulcans, Borgs, a bunch of different alien races that we've seen before. I can't name them all. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Star Trek knowledge man, but it's pretty decent. Like I said, I enjoyed this show very much. I was surprised. I was like, man, it's a fun show. I love the characters, even though I've seen these archetypes before, like one of the main characters being really closely, kind of like Captain Kirk. We love her, and yeah. Let me go over the characters. So we have Tendi. She's the new officer assigned to the USS Cerritos, Cerritos, that ship, and she's being introduced to everything by Rutherford, Boimler, and Mariner. They've been on that ship for a while. Tendi's an Orion or something like that. I guess they're more of a slaver race. Rutherford's a recently created cyborg. He's a cool dude, loves to work on stuff. Boimler is by the book kind of guy, but his counterpart, of course, is Mariner, who's crazy and likes to have fun, but ultimately respects Starfleet. This is a great group of people to start the show off with, and then later on, it just grows off on that with the rest of the cast. Like I said, the rest of the officers, and that's what makes me continue watching the show. Is there a down, point to the show? No, actually, if anything, the show continues to be good. Maybe it goes up a little bit more and then down, but generally has a good. You're not gonna hate one episode over the other more than there's no one episode I hated in this show, but there's also not one episode I really loved in the show. It's pretty much keeping a good pace on averageness, right? But a little bit above average for me. Like I said, season 2, I already knew this was coming. One of the characters leaves, but don't worry, things get corrected like they always do in Star Trek. Actually, there's even a joke about how higher up officers die, but eventually they come back somehow, and they don't know how. Like I said, they're making fun of Star Trek, and I think most of these things happen. Of course, there's a lot of references that I don't get. I guess that has to do with not being the biggest fan of Star Trek, but there's a lot that I do get too. So it's just a fun, fun ride. And I actually am surprised that they got a season 3 and season 4 already renewed. So I'm definitely gonna keep watching this show. I enjoyed it. I love the characters and I love the animation. A lot of people don't hate American style cartoon animation. I love it. It's simple, it's fun, and it's just a good ride the whole time. This is kind of like, you want to compare it to something, this is kind of like the B team or even the C team of, they always talk about the Enterprise and Kirk and Spock and stuff like that. Picard, I think, or this is before Picard. I don't remember what timeline this was. It might be during Picard's time, I don't know, but overall I enjoyed it. And hopefully you guys check it out. Season 1 and 2 are great. It looks like I might get something for season 3. Something happened at the end of season 2. What would I give this show? 7 out of 10 average for season 1 and 2. Probably season 2 I would get an 8, but season 1 probably like a 6 to a 7. So I'm averaging it out here, 7 out of 10. Good time to watch this show. By the way, check the links down below for more merch. And thanks for watching my reviews. I'll put out more reviews later. All right, peace out.